Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now, on the last run, we completed the tank, and now we are going to attempt Solar System. Solar System starts you off with a halo of flies, a blue attack fly, a red attack fly, and the inability to shoot. We can also fly, because otherwise this would be almost impossible, but we can't shoot. We have to rely totally on the flies to actually do damage, which means we also can't break any poops. A bomb, though, is really nice. We'll be able to hopefully get a spirit heart. 2 more bombs and a secret room. 3 cents, not that good. So this run is all about just using your body as a damage-dealing mechanism. You get the flies in close, they do the damage, which on some enemies works really nicely and easily. These guys are not too much of a problem with the fly, and it also looks like we are Lord of the Flies because we have 3 fly items, which mean flies in the room become ours, which is nice. But yeah, we have to get close enough to hit the enemies, but not close enough that we take damage, which is very difficult for things like the exploding champions, because they will just explode in your face when you kill them. Oh boy, a damage upgrade. Honestly, a damage upgrade is okay because it should make our flies do more damage. Not the blue and red fly, but the attack flies that we pick up, the guppy flies, the mulligan flies. Another thing to also keep in mind is that the red fly does more damage than the blue fly. That is because the red fly is closer to you. It takes a little bit more risk to actually deal damage with it, but that risk has a greater reward in you dealing more damage with the fly itself. So in this case, I wanted to stay at a distance because those guys spat at you, so I just used the blue fly. With 8 bombs, I'm going to explode this pot. Alright, well, we got 1 penny out of it. That wasn't worth it. I was hoping maybe we'd get the quarter, which does happen, you know. It's not an impossibility. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locations. 9 locations, actually, for a second secret room. Do I want to try to find it? I think the answer is going to be no. There's just too many locations where the second secret room could be. I'll try here because there's a pot. If you have the opportunity, you should try blowing up pots more often. They can drop a quarter, they can drop, a lot of money for you. There was no spirit heart. There were 2 bombs in that tinted rock. But yeah, pots can be really good for you. So it does look like we're going to have to go all the way down to the womb and beat Mom's heart on this run, which might be a little bit difficult, but hopefully we'll be able to manage. Yeah, this is a room where Lord of the flies became ours as soon as we entered. So what are we looking for on this run? Honestly, more flies. Honestly, something like BBF, Big Beautiful Fly, to make our flies better, or I should say our orbitals better. Something like Hive Mind for larger flies and spiders. That would make our fly army a little bit better. So wow, flies are just eating the monster up. So we're going to be looking for orbitals. Tears upgrade is pretty good, but I'm not going to take it yet. Oh yeah. So this is actually really good. We're picking up a lot of spirit hearts, which should make future deals with the devil a lot easier to pick up. Now we can fly, so let's see if we can fly ourselves over to the shop. Yes, we can. And that is more than enough money to make the shop worthwhile, so we'll just blow ourselves in there and explode this guy in the process. Nope, no money out of him. What should we go for here? Should we go for the spirit heart? Should we go for theirs options? I think we're going to go for theirs options. There's way too many, and I'll buy the spirit heart too. We'll get more money out of the blood bank. there's just far too many opportunities for bad boss items thanks to the fact that we can't shoot. You know, we could find, you know, that cat o' nine tails, that was pretty awful. We can't actually shoot, so it doesn't really affect our damage. You know, we would probably have rather had something else. 2 of diamonds, though. And a couple more hearts are going to make the arcade just that much more worthwhile. And Ivy Bag, which honestly, since we don't have a spacebar item, this is okay. And that is a dime, so we're gonna have a lot of money on this run, which is nice. Man, 6 cents out of 1 play, that's crazy. I think it's a no-brainer to come into here. Hopefully we can pick up some good pills. I was, you know, hoping for a deal with the devil item, but what you gonna do? Yep. 2 bad pills, so I guess this room was not worth it, but they weren't long-lasting negative effect pills. It's not like a speed down, which would be awful, because we need to use our speed to get close to enemies. Tears down wouldn't have really mattered, because we can't shoot. Health down, I guess would have been bad, but we have way too many spirit hearts and shadow hearts to really worry about a health down. The health that we got from that room is not worth it, because I'm just going to immediately spend it and get some extra money. Careful. And yeah, we're buying the bomb, buying the heart. We'll play the heart down, pick up the money that it costs to buy the heart, and that's it for this floor. There's only 2 locations for the secret room, so I'm going to try to find it. If it's not there, then it should be right here. For the second secret room anyways. Yeah. And Petrified Poop. Petrified Poop is a good item, but again, we actually can't take advantage of it. We can't actually shoot at all. So Petrified Poop is basically worthless for us. Two brown chests. You know, I'll come back here later. Maybe we'll get a good deal with the devil, and we'll be a little bit more powerful to deal with that room. Ultra Pride, you know, at the very least, we're going to get a better trinket than Petrified Poop. We're going to get the left hand, which should allow us to get a lot more soul hearts and hopefully some guppy items from the red chests that we're going to get from this. Slot machine, we could definitely play it, but it's a bit difficult because we can't actually reach it. The flies are in the way. We'll take damage getting to it because we can't shoot the poop. We'll have to like use a bomb to blow up the poop, but not the slot machine, and then we can play it. Gotta be careful. It's kind of difficult to dodge yourself into these enemies all the time, but Goat Head, oh man, that's the item I wanted. Goat Head is fantastic. We're gonna get a deal with the devil on every single possible floor that we can get a deal with the devil, which means we will be able to trade this health in for something else. What are we looking for, though? What could we possibly get from a deal with the devil? A lot of things are useless. The Pact, the Mark, they don't really benefit us all that much, but these damn keepers just jumped right at me. But maybe we could get something like Guppy's Tail. Guppy's Head would be fantastic because we have, you know, a lot of fly synergy happening right here. Honestly, a familiar would be fantastic. If we could get Little Brimstone, we'd actually be able to use him. We're going to buy all of this because we have the money for it. Already not very good, but it doesn't really hurt us. Yeah, something like Little Brimstone, we could actually control his firing even though we don't fire. So it would definitely be worth it to pick that up if we could find it. The dodging is... it's not what you're used to, because you have to dodge into the enemies. instead of away from them. Now, hopefully the flies can really eat up Pin here. Yeah, doing a lot of good damage. Try to get the red fly in there. Let's stay off to the side a little bit. Alright, got hit once, but that is okay. And I'm trying to get the red fly in there to do the most damage, but it's a little bit tricky. So we don't need to pick up an item now. We can go into the deal with the devil and see what we've got. And of course, it's freaking Ghost Baby. Should I even bother picking it up? Yes. Why am I picking up Ghost Baby? Because it's a familiar. And let's try to pick up the meat. Careful. Don't go down to the next floor yet. Actually, there's no reason not to, so I could go to the gauntlet room, but I don't think it's worth it. Maybe it is. What was it? What was in the gauntlet room? It was just a silver chest. Yeah, we'll find the secret room and then we'll leave. But yeah, is Ghost Baby worth it? Well, I mean, we can shoot, technically. We don't do much damage because it's Ghost Baby, of all things, but it's better than nothing, right? Pretty Fly is good. It means we have a full suite, and health down is awful. Range down doesn't mean anything for us. Bad trip doesn't mean anything for us. Might as well bring it along, though. Yeah, this was an awful floor. Awful floor. Ghost Baby. Ghost Baby, really? This run and the last challenge run, we had some really bad deals with the devil. Hopefully that's not something that's going to persist. Hopefully we'll get better deals with the devil soon. You know, there's always a possibility, though, that we should have just taken deals with the angel, and those would have been fantastic for us. Who knows? You know, you could have gotten something like Holy Mantle. Sacred Heart would have been completely worthless. Now, I like playing this guy. He's just a pain in the ass. Although he's going to give us flies every time we lose. That's so amusing. Maybe we'll come back and play him later. And just pick up a fly army to fight the boss with or something. We should probably, though, go to the shop first before we play him too much. And I have to wait. Actually, no, I don't have to wait for the flies. I can use Ghost Baby. Okay. Bombs. Bombs, yep. Another red chest. More bombs. Alright, well, that was an... don't hit escape. That was an awful curse room. We haven't been very lucky so far with our gets. Stop hitting escape. 1 second. Just gotta adjust myself a little bit. Get my hand off of the escape key. Actually, it's not my hand. It's a little piece of fabric I have over the keyboard so it doesn't click and clank so much. Now, I want to try to use Ghost Baby just to see how long it takes to kill something, and it does take a long time. So I think we're going to passively hold on to the arrow key to fire Ghost Baby, but we're not going to rely on Ghost Baby. We're going to still use the flies to do our damage, because that's what they're there for. Come on, fly. Ah. Able to use Ghost Baby here. Yeah. But yeah, this is slow. This is very slow. At least Mega Fatty should be a little bit easier to take out, even though he hit me for some reason. That's right, I gotta remember his little fart attack does do damage even if you're not touching him. A little bit of stupid damage, but what you gonna do? Okay, he's just gonna spit out some hoppers. Is that fire? No, that's another hopper. That's fire. Oh, Oh, that's fire. Gotta be careful. That's fire. Oh, shit. We do have a full suite of Pretty Fly orbitals, though, so we should be very good at avoiding damage. Are You Wizard literally does nothing, but it's a freaking bad pill. And this run, you know, I've done this run before on my own save file, and usually on these types of runs, I get something a bit better than Ghost Baby. You know what I mean? Like, I get some sort of a combination of familiars or shop items that really actually makes the game not terrible, or the challenge not terrible. I mean, not completely difficult. But this is just, you know, we haven't really gotten much of anything. We have a lot of spirit hearts, a lot of soul hearts, a lot of shadow hearts. That's nice, but it's not enough. We need something, you know, kind of anything that we can use. Oh, shit! Okay, I accidentally picked up Wooden Spoon instead of the pentagram. But, interestingly, I'm not sure if it matters, because the pentagram doesn't affect our damage at all, because we can't actually shoot. Stop taking damage. I can't really stop taking damage, though, can I? I have to get the flies in there. I can use Blue Fly, but then it's going to take forever. Lump of coal. All right. As if I needed even more of an incentive not to shoot. And this run is looking like it's going to be long and hard. So stick around, because we are in this for the long haul. BFF, hey! This is actually what I was hoping for. BFF should hopefully allow us to do a lot more damage with our flies. I assume it's a damage upgrade anyways. They're bigger. Maybe that just means they're easier to hit with. Ghost Baby doesn't look any better. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if they do more damage. It did seem like Ghost Baby kind of ripped that wall turret a new one when he shot him, though. So I don't know. I guess we'll just pick up some extra flies here for free. I don't know why I'm playing this guy. Let's not play him then. Let's just leave. Like, what's he gonna give us? Some bombs? We should probably try to find the secret room, though. It's not going to be up here. It could be to the left over here. Yep. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe we would have gotten something out of that chest. Yeah, sure, let's blow up the mushrooms. Magic mush? Mini mush? Nah, nothing. And down to the depths 1 with BFF, finally. BFF might be really good. It might be sort of the item that you want to get when you have the Solar System Challenge. I don't know. I assume that it's a damage upgrade, but I'm not completely certain of that. It honestly looks like the Blue Fly is doing a lot more damage, though. Before, the Blue Fly would have a noticeable flicker when it hit an enemy because it doesn't do ticks of damage very fast. But right now it does look like it's doing a lot more damage. So based on that alone, I think BFF is fantastic for this run. There's a Tinted Rock there. Maybe some more Spirit Hearts. Yep. I should start calling them Soul Hearts. I kind of like that a little bit better. I think that's what they're actually called anyways. Yep. I think it's almost always worth it to at least try, because if we can get some guppy items, we have good potential guppy synergies with these flies and BFF. And get this guy. Had to wait for the fly to rotate around me. You know what? It's hard to tell. I wonder if maybe the blue fly is doing the same damage as the red fly, but they're the same now. The red fly is not substantially better anymore. Because it seemed like they were doing about the same amounts of damage. In which case, you know, BFF is still pretty good because it means that we don't have to get as close to do a lot of damage anymore. Empress or Bad Trip, I guess we'll just take Bad Trip. Empress is really good for when you can actually shoot, but we can't shoot. We'll see if we can get a good tarot card out of these skulls, though. The world, I'll go ahead and pop it right now. There's the shop, way down on the other side of the level. And we're going to be fighting the Gate, which is a rather difficult boss, actually. I don't like the Gate. He's basically he's, I think, the champion version of Mega Fatty. But his attack patterns, I think, are a lot more difficult because of how he jumps around. Another Devil Deal with a single bad item in it. Missing page 2. Evil up, your enemies will pay. Missing page 2 does almost nothing for us now. But if we ever do have half of a red heart or only spirit hearts, it will act as a Necronomicon effect. It's basically the negative, which I don't quite understand. Why have two items that have almost literally exactly the same effects? You know, it's not going to help us at all until we run out of health, or if we can trade all this health away. But I don't know. This guy's gonna explode, so gotta be very careful. Stop jumping. You know what? Let's plant our own bomb. Maybe he'll walk into it. Yep, he did. The Fool will let us get out of the mom boss fight room, but I don't know why we would ever want to do that. And there's nothing left on this floor to really make the Fool any good. Buy the key. Magic Boomerang is... You know, it's a pretty good item, but I don't think it's worth it right now. We have good damage. Maybe it is worth it. Let's think about this for a minute. I'll just blow this guy up. Magic Boomerang. It freezes enemies. Freezing enemies is probably more worthwhile than getting more money. We have plenty of money. So Magic Boomerang, it recharges during the room that you're on. It recharges at any point, actually, and it freezes an enemy if it hits it and does a little bit of damage. So I think, yeah, this is probably going to be more worthwhile because we will be able to freeze an enemy, run up to it, use the flies. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably the right decision. Can't go into that gauntlet room, but really, who cares? Accidentally used a key, I don't know how. I didn't actually touch it. Bad Trip, better than 2 of Hearts. So, I can't actually try out the Boomerang here because there's poop in the way. But the flies should eat through the little dingles. Yeah, more fires. I suppose I actually shouldn't do this now because I'm at full health, but I assume that I'm not going to be at full health forever. I assume that I'm going to be taking damage at some point, and then I'll come back and pick up those hearts. Arcade? Sure, why not? Dime is pretty nice. And we do have Placenta, so... Another dime, nice. So over the course of time, Placenta should allow us to get back up to full health if we don't pick up red hearts along the way, which we should anyways. So, freeze him and then use the flies. Flies do a lot of damage, it looks like. I'm liking it. Now, there is a rainbow poop here. It looks like we can destroy it with the magic boomerang here, but I don't think it's worthwhile. It's just going to give us full health, but it's not like we're not going to get full health anyways later. Okay, so it's been a while. I don't remember everything that we picked up during this run. Are we now Guppy? We have Guppy's collar. And yeah, magic boomerang is it's looking to be a good pickup because it's just freezing these bosses as soon as they spawn. We have Guppy's collar. We have no other Guppy item. Was I just completely mistaken? Maybe that was the last run where we had all those Guppy items. Okay, so I guess that's our first and only Guppy item in this run. My bad. But hey, at least we have a questionable one-up now. Well, I guess we'll save a heart leaving by using the moon. And with Greed Frozen, Fly should eat him up. And with all of this money, I guess maybe we will try and play the arcade a little bit later. Now, that's what I was expecting. I don't know why, but whenever... Oh, nice. The extra speed is going to be worthwhile. Whenever you leave a greed fight, you should always go back into the room because it seems to always change when you leave and come back. So, you know, just there was an extra mushroom and a tinted rock in the greed fight room that weren't there before, so we were able to very easily pick up a speed upgrade. Basically for free. It was just one bomb, but, you know, I would have used the bomb to blow open the tinted rock anyways. Oh. Missed him, so we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, it does look like the red fly does more damage, which is nice to know, I guess. The blue fly still does a lot more damage than it did before, so that makes it better. Pretty fly, don't need it. And I will spend the rest of my money because we don't need it. Alright, Necropolis 2. I think we should just fight the boss. We don't need the arcade. Use the red fly, get in there, do a lot of damage. And I'm just gonna wait for... Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the magic boomerang and try to freeze Mom again. Because that worked really well. Okay, Mom's frozen and dead. Pick up the negative and go into deal with the devil. So, what do we do here? Okay. Lord of the Pit on the left. Makes you fly. We already have flying. We don't need it. The Pact gives you 2 spirit hearts, which would keep us at the HP cap. I guess it's good because it's a stat upgrade. Maybe if we find Guppy's head later, it'll be better for us. You know what? I'm not going to take either of these. I'm going to keep my health, and if we find another deal with the devil, we will hopefully be able to exchange it for better items, because I don't think either of those really do anything for us, so there's no point in picking them up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Lord of the Fallen, or Lord of the Pit, excuse me, was just completely worthless. We already flew. Oh, the bee, nice. And the Pact, I mean, normally it's a great item, and I love picking it up. But when you can't shoot, it's kind of, it kind of loses its charm, you know? Yes, I'll go through with it, and immediately regret the decision because it doesn't actually give us anything we need. And take damage, and feel really bad about this room now. What would I have liked from that chest? Any guppy item? Even if it didn't make us become guppy right then and there, it would have probably been better than just nothing. I mean, yes, it would have been better than just nothing, but it would have done good for us. You know, Guppy's head would be fantastic. We would have, we would be clearing these rooms a lot more quickly. Guppy's paw would maybe allow us to not have to worry so much about our health, because we would just have extra spirit hearts, soul hearts for later. Whew. This is getting a bit tricky. These rooms are not the easiest when you can't shoot. But I think we're going to be okay. Like, this challenge isn't terribly difficult on its own. Really, once you get used to the idea of not being able to attack and just using your flies as damage, it's pretty good. It's pretty okay, I should say. I don't see any tinted rocks here, but there is a little bit of a nub, so I wanted to explode that and see what we got out of it, which was nothing. Bad trip and more explosive diarrhea pills. That's the third explosive diarrhea pill. And our health is not going to last forever, but there's Guppy's tail. I don't think we're Guppy yet. No, that was the last run when we had all the Guppy items. We still only have 2 right now. But yeah, Guppy's tail is a pretty good item. Hopefully some golden chests will give us some good upgrades. Man, I don't know what we could get out of them. You know what? Bob's brain. Give me Bob's brain. I would love to take Bob's brain right now, because we would still be able to control it. Even though we can't fire, we would still be able to fire the brain shot. Okay, get the freeze in and get the fly in. Take stupid damage. I need to stop using the red fly. That's why I take all this stupid damage, is I get in really, really close with the red fly and I get hit. But if I was just using the blue fly, I would... Ah! That was dumb. If I was just using the blue fly, I think I would be a lot better off. So tier rate does nothing for us, so we'll take the cube of meat. And Dark Bum. Yeah, I'll take him. I think this is a good option for us, because he should give us a lot more spirit hearts. 1 for every about 2.5 red hearts. So he should keep us topped up on health. It's not like we had a lot anyways on this run, even though we've traded a few heart containers away. And I forgot that we actually do have the left hand, so we are going to be getting a lot more red chests spawning, which is good, because... Is there just nothing in here? Oh, no, it's just these guys. Yeah, red chests are good because, you know, if we can become Guppy, I guess that's a positive. Still not entirely sure, you know, exactly how much that would do for us, but it can't hurt. Getting Guppy's head or something would be very nice. This room sucks. These guys are very quick and are very difficult to hit with just flies. Oh. And they really like getting behind me, which I don't like. And I almost took damage. Okay, blue fly. I think I'm going in the wrong direction. I need to, like, get these guys moving in a counterclockwise direction of me, so I can kind of keep the fly in range of them for longer. Yeah, that works a lot better. Because I don't want to use the red fly, because that guy's going to explode any second now. Oh! Oh, no. Actually, he's not the exploding one. He had creep behind him. What am I thinking? Alright, that room was awful. Let's get out of here. Pick up the rest of these red hearts. And let us head on to the womb 2. Maybe the womb 2, maybe utero 2. Try to find a secret room, why not? Well, skeleton key, I don't know how that could possibly benefit us at all. I guess we do have Guppy's tail, but we haven't gotten a golden chest yet, even though we've only just had Guppy's tail for a few moments, so we might get a whole lot of golden chests on the next floor. If we get an arcade and there is a key judgment, I would love to play him for a long time. Oh, this could be it. Guppy. There's no need to do this. And the reason I say there's no need to do that immediately is because we're going to get the deal with the devil when we're done with this floor. We have the goat head. It's 100% chance of that room spawning. So we can fight Mom. Hope that that is the end of this challenge, and if it's not, then we can just go ahead and fight Satan. But Satan himself is going to be a more difficult boss fight than Mom, so we should just fight Mom if we can. Okay, take out the brains. I hate these enemies that spawn inside of you. This never happened in Wrath of the Lamb. I wish they had programmed this out of Rebirth. I don't know why they left it in. It's not a very good mechanic. Like, because there's not really any way that you can, you know, avoid it. They hit you. There's, like, when they want... That's just my fault. But when they want to hit you, they just hit you. They just pop up underneath you. There's nothing you can do about it. That seems a bit unfair. This room has a lot of dingles. This room is actually kind of hard with the solar system run we have going on here, because we have to not actually touch these guys, let the orbiting flies touch them, and make sure that they don't jump around and hit us, because they have some pretty quick, sudden movements when they want. Okay, that was pretty easy. Sure. Just get it off of the floor so that I don't have to ever deal with it again. Shit. I can't be taking all of this damage. We don't have a heck of a lot of health anymore. We've been going through it very quickly. This spider is not wanting to give me up. Okay, get the fly in there. No, no. Get the fly in there. There we go. Enemies like this are awful. They come at you really quickly, really suddenly. They have slightly unpredictable movement patterns. Oh my god. Okay, so the 6 would re-roll the entire run, and I think that's going to be bad. And the reason I think that is because if we lose all of our orbitals and we can't shoot, we're dead. Like, there's literally nothing we can do. So I think that's the worst room to come across. I'll tell you what. If this is the end, we will re-roll after the Mom fight. If there's a trophy case there, we'll re-roll, see what happens, and then we'll leave. But I can't do it before then. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Can't really see where we are and where the shots are. We have to keep the fly in place. Okay, we're on the next stage of the Mom fight. Let's just go around really quickly. Yeah. Okay, freeze it. Well, we froze it, but the brimstone shots are still going. That's not fair. Okay, and there's the trophy. So we're done with this challenge run, but I want to see. I want to see what would happen if we re-rolled. Okay. So let's see what we have. We can't shoot, but we do have Bob's brain. We still have the 3 pretty flies. We have Robo Baby, Sissy Longlegs, Peeper. Oh, and we have Nod Leaf. That would have been amazing. We could have just sat here and let Peeper's Eye technically win the run for us. So we could have definitely won that mom fight. We would have just gone in there, just kind of stopped moving, and then Peeper's Eye would have eventually killed Mom. That would have been kind of boring and taken a long time, though. So I'm glad we didn't do it. And we got the Rune of Perthrow for that challenge run, which I believe is the Rune of Change. But that is the Solar System run. Solar System run, it's an interesting run because I like the premise of it, but if you don't get a lot of good pickups, then it can be extremely difficult. I think we're lucky we got BFF. But anyways, next run is going to be the Suicide King, which is going to be substantially more different than the Solar System. But anyways, thank you for watching this run in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, this challenge run. I will see you next time. Goodbye.